Hi, kinky people. It's Mistress Vega.
Lady Katie.
And welcome to The Bonding Experience. Ooh, we haven't made a video in a minute.
Sorry.
Let's see. We had a requested topic
Of TPE. Oh, it's T. TPE.
for all of you hearing impaired people. She just signed it for you.
That's right. Well, what does TPE stand for?
Total
Power.
exchange.
Do.
And do you know what that means?
It means the exchanging of total power.
In a total power exchange relationship, two individuals do what, Lady Katie?
Exchange power.
Oh my gosh.
Completely exchange power.
All the way. Now,
Wait, what was the question?
what is the basis of a TPE dynamic?
I would say in my description would be more of a master-slave.
Or mistress-slave?
Yeah,
type
versus
situation.
just dominant and submissive.
So it's kind of like when I had the video on the cup sizes. This would definitely be what? A large?
large solo cup
Yeah. So
that is really filled up.
I was actually in a TPE for a very long time.
Really?
Yes. With my former spouse.
Okay.
So we don't really talk about him. It's like garlic to a vampire. He was my collared slave for many, many years. TPE is more high protocol. A TPE is more organized. It's more rigid. I guess that would be a good word. Rigid.
In depth,
Yeah.
more
There's-
time consuming.
There's a lot of ritual to the relationship. There's a lot of rules.
Slave mentality. I mean,
And people
master slave,
love it.
Mr. Slave.
And you have to earn the slave title too, because you have to show that you're that willing,
You are completely, at that point, when you say slave,
committed,
you are 100%
devoted.
Devoted, yes.
Yeah.
Like completely in this for the long haul, for everything.
Yeah.
So there's
Emotionally, physically, your heart, your mind.
your time, your
Yeah.
effort, your whatever.
And a lot of people in TPEs, they'll go off and give over their paychecks.
Yeah. Like
it's,
literally, your life does not do anything without your top.
it's not just like daddy and mommy. That's too soft. It's softer in that top role. Like a mistress is very firm.
When I think of dominant submissives, mommy, daddies, whatever, that it's more focused around the love and the emotional building of BDSM
I can see that.
versus more master, mistress, and slave is more
It's emotionally almost not
structure.
cut off, but
Yeah.
it's a lot more, you're more property at that point,
Yeah.
and we're treating you as such. And so we
Yeah.
have to kind of emotionally detach.
I mean, for me personally, if I were to have someone who wanted to be my slave, that's what I'm going to consider you. You're not going to be a submissive who is more than just do this. A slave for me is going to be just that, a slave. Like, you're here to do this for me, you're here to do that for me, you're going to provide this for me. So pretty much at that point doesn't exist because you have given it
Totally.
over. Total power exchange.
Yeah.
Totally have given it to me, which is why you shouldn't take the term slave or
Lightly.
Yeah, or talking about total power exchange anytime lightly, because for people who are serious into the lifestyle, when you say slave, like
That's
old school definition of
that's as
slave.
deep as you can go, man.
Yeah, like you're pretty much non-existent at that point.
You have
what
a
I want.
barcode. A lot of the time, people will shave their heads for their like masters or mistresses. They only get tattooed for them, branded for them, things like that. Like they mark their bodies permanently. They have a slave number, which there used to be the slave registry. It still is, but like it's under a different, domain name now. They only went up to a certain number, and then they cut you off. It was very different in the very first. Like when I joined it, even when Astro joined, like he registered for a number and waited to find someone, and then to register that number too.
Register it. It's your slave number, but you register it to your
dominant. You end up with a barcode that is scannable. You kind of lose your sense of identity because you're giving everything over
to somebody.
And it is as serious can get.
I also think a lot of people nowadays don't take TPE so seriously.
No.
I think with total power exchange, if you don't live together,
I don't think it's as achievable, honestly.
It's not, because there's no real accountability there besides the fact of, well, I hope she's doing it, you know.
It is all of what you make it, but just know that it's on that deep fucking end. And do not commit, do not agree, do not sign, do not do shit unless you realize that this is the life for you. And a slave is not for fucking everyone.
Nowadays is a lot different than when it first came around and was first all the rules for it. And adapt it, of course, however you want to. But essentially,
it's on the serious end. And if you see people in a TPE, do not fucking disrespect them.
Because that's a lot of damn work. Not only for the bottom to completely give themselves over like that and to mentally change themselves, but also for the top, that's a lot of responsibility.
So you're going to be going to DomCon. I'm unfortunately unable to go, so I will be attending next year. She gets to go down there. She's going to try and do like a live stream, maybe something, pick up a little bit of footage for everybody to get to enjoy.
You guys need to like us on Facebook, because I'll try to go live from our Facebook page a lot. I'm not sure how the filming is set up inside of it, because I know you have to have like a media pass and stuff like that. Yeah, Mistress Parade down Canal Street. So
which then I'm sure you'll film.
I'll film that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'll go live on Facebook for that.
That is super exciting.
So yeah, if you want to see some DomCon stuff, like our Facebook page, The Bonding Experience 101.
Yeah, and give us like, what do you want to hear for like a Halloween episode? Do you want to hear like things on blood play, knife play, like? Give us some feedback. So
BDSM horror stories.
God,
Ooh.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Like us, subscribe to us.
All right, guys. Well, we shall see you in the next video.
Bye.